Hi, this is Coach Troy with Metro Lutheran Ministry. Guess what? It's story time. It seems there were a group of frogs going through the forest, and two of them fell into this pit. And it was a very deep pit with a hole in the center that went even further down. And all the other frogs looked over the edge of the first pit and said, "It's too deep, you'll never make it." But the two frogs weren't just going to give up. They began to try to jump and get out. And every time they'd miss, they would land harder and scrape themselves up and get more bumps and more bruises. And they had to be careful of falling through the hole in the center that was even deeper. But they kept trying. The frogs at the top got louder. "Why put yourselves through this? There's no need to have such pain and suffering. Just give up." And eventually, one frog did. He just gave up. And when he fell on his next jump, he just let himself fall into the deeper part of the pit. But the other frog kept looking up and seeing the other frogs yelling at him. He continued to try, and he jumped harder and harder, and finally he made it out of the pit. The other frog said, "How did you do this? Didn't you hear us telling you it was too much?" And he said, "I'm hard of hearing. I couldn't hear what you were saying. I just assumed you were cheering me on." This story has 2 points. And first is, our words can have a profound impact. So be careful with how you talk to those around you. You have the amazing power in you to either build them up or to tear them down. And secondly, be very careful who it is you listen to. Because if you're spending your time listening to those who tell you you can't, that's going to be true. And if you spend your time listening to those who tell you that you can, that's probably going to be true as well. So choose wisely. This has been Coach Troy, and another story time.